From the prairies of Kansas to the coasts of California, our tour has arrived out west. The port town of Stockton may differ from the Bay, but there's no doubt the home of OTB reflects a California state of mind. And underneath the sunshine lies our first test out west, Swenson Park, a bomber course requiring power and accuracy. Will we see a return to victory from former champions?
Three-time champion, Paige!
Or can those on the brink this year finally break out? One thing is certain, victory this week will require only the best. The 2024 OTB Open starts now.
Hello and welcome to round one of the 2024 OTB Open presented by MVP Disc Sports. We're finally out in California on the West Coast. It is sunny, lovely. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're two happy geese.
Honk.
Just a quick note that JomezPro has restocked our 2024 Tour Series cicadas and some other merch to celebrate the West Coast swing. Check it out on JomezPro.com.
We got long sleeves. We got short sleeves. Look at these sleeve graphics. Yep.
Got the sacks, we got it all.
Pretty plastic.
Got it all. What else could you want? Probably some disc golf.
Yep.
Let's get to it.
But go to JomezPro.com. Thanks for supporting us. Let's watch today a feature card with Paige Pierce. 78% fairway hits, 65% Circle 2 in regulation, and 45% Circle 1X putting so far in 2024.
And I believe undefeated at this event. Home is Madison Walker. 62% fairway hits this year, 36% Circle 2 in regulation, and 66% C1X putting.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not great.
Check out those
but not
socks.
bad.
That hat. Looking good.
Third on the card, Hansen. 70% of the time she's finding the fairway in 2024. 57% of the time she's finding Circle 2 in regulation and hitting almost 70% of her Circle 1X putts.
That's a nicer way to say that.
Yep.
Missy Gannon, 78% fairway hits, 60% finding herself in Circle 2. Wow. And 74% C1X putting. Yeah, it's not that different.
No.
It's not that different.
It's not.
It's great.
Really, yep.
It's hard.
And we had such a nice day out here today. It was just some light north winds scattered throughout the day, a little gust here and there. Let's start with hole one. It is a 339-foot par 3. It's slightly downhill because we tee off this cool stage area. It's one that everyone can get, but it does cater to the distance throwers so you can hyzer under these huge branches.
Final card on the FPO. First on the tee box from Pensacola, Florida, Paige Pierce.
Yeah, it's best to get a hyzer, as Madison said. Under here, if you throw something too straight or with too much flex, you're really not going to get the ground play to get under the branches and get there. Paige parks it, bullseye hit with her Z Raptor.
Next on the tee box from Pensacola, Florida, Madison Walker.
What a vibe with the couches and everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's so nice. Everyone just hanging out by the tee. You can go and cheer. I take a little bit more linear route here because I don't have that huge hyzer. Trickle into Circle 2.
I don't think you grunted hard enough to get it there.
Washington, Hansen.
We know Ella has the distance to get all the way there.
She tends to throw high. I like that she is swinging this nice and low, get under the branches.
Playing the skip right outside the bullseye.
Beeline FD1 for Ella.
From Beacon, New York, Missy Gannon.
What a fun feature card.
Heck yeah.
I believe, was it 2 years ago? This was, or maybe it was 3 years ago? This was Ella's first filmed round ever.
It was.
This is where we got to see her. I don't really know what time is, but, you know, more than 1 year ago.
And we had the practice round with Ella as well.
Last year, yeah.
Yep.
Missy pushes a bit too straight and deep.
Always first putt of the round feels a little wonky.
Spoiler.
Missy having to straddle out wide from a knee.
Also wonky. This is a good starting hole. It's nice to start off with one that anyone can reach, but it's definitely not easy, but very gettable.
Yeah, 28% of the field got it. 13 birdies out of our... Ooh, I don't even know how many people were here this
I think
week.
it was like 47, I guess.
46.
Someone dropped. I'm right.
Yep, definitely right.
I'm definitely right. This is one of the best FPO layouts, I think, at least for scoring, scoreability, that we play all season. I'm a big Leonard Muse fan and just love coming out here.
Yes.
And I do not like golf courses, so it says a lot.
Yeah, that is true. It's very fun to go out and literally attack this course. You can feel comfortable and confident attacking most of the holes, and even the ones that you don't want to play for birdie, you can feel very confident on getting your par, sticking to your game plan. Not a lot of super punishing OB here where it's like suckery.
Yeah, a little more on the back, a little more risk reward.
Look at all those birdies on hole 1.
Hole 2, the same as in previous years. There's an OB line all along the left. There's some mandatories on the right that don't really come into play. Absolute wall of bushes on the right. Trees are so punishing. If you find yourself in there, it's really hard to scramble out. The basket's kind of tucked under some low-hanging branches, so it takes a pretty low, linear, punchy shot on your second to get through. Sidearms are really good play. And then off the tee, you see either like the hyzer off to the right. It looks like Paige is lining up left. Nope.
Yep. Yeah, left side straight.
You see a good mix of left versus right side.
You see some forehands as well.
True.
You don't necessarily have to go huge off the tee, but it is nice because, like Erika said, that basket is way far back under those low-hanging branches. So the closer you are, the less low and linear you have to really punch it.
Ella catching one of the first trees. Going to be tough to get a look from back there, but possible with her distance.
I like the hyzer line.
Me too. What are you throwing?
That's a Fission Photon, one of my favorite drivers in the entire world.
Yeah, solid.
We had a nice tailwind today, which is great because you can really take control of the angle of your disc here. Missy going way wide hyzer.
Too wide.
Yeah, gets a little favorable tree kick. But
Ton of power on that thing, though.
Yeah, and she's going to be really pinched up against those bushes.
Ella's still really far back, keeps it too low, just going to burn into the ground, but she's center cut. I didn't see her wearing that little knee strap. Did she mention?
Yeah, she
patellar tendonitis.
Yeah, no, it is her patella a little bit on the low side of the kneecap. She went on a spur of the moment random 20-mile bike ride, and it's just a little irritated, and it just kind of helps.
Just living life, you know? We in California. I rollerbladed for like 16 miles yesterday on the beach. Paige with a pretty solid upshot there. I think she's in circle 2. I'll pay attention.
I had about 280 feet to the basket.
Nice.
Nice little turnover.
It's hard to get past that one really shiny limb. It's hard to describe, but there's one that just like catches it.
That's literally what I said when I turned around. I said that limb.
The limb.
I never get under that limb.
That one. It's glistening. It's the wrong word.
Missy's third.
That one.
Yep.
That she just hit. That one.
Right in the middle of it.
Missy with a really long par save. She's outside circle 2.
Giving it a really good bid. She'll check up nicely just beyond the basket outside for bogey. Paige with a long look at birdie.
About 50, maybe 55 it looks like.
He's so close. 30, let's see, 6 people landed in circle 1, 13 in circle 2. So this one is so tough to access. A lot of pars and bogeys out here today, only 7 birdies.
Only 7, you say?
Booyah.
I'm so glad you made that.
Booyah.
Good one.
I was very happy about this. This one's not necessarily on my list always.
Yeah,
That second shot is so demanding.
it really is. And a lot of times on the first shot, you're just like pinned behind one of the fairway trees. You can't really give it your all,
And that OB on the left side comes up pretty quick.
especially in a tailwind.
Yep.
Everyone under par except Missy, finding the bogey.
Hole 3, a very short hole, probably the shortest on the course at 277 feet. We play a shorter tee pad than what the drone is flying here, and that Mando does not come into play. We just have to go up the right side with a backhand, little mid-range or fairway driver, or a forehand way out to the left-hand side and play it in. But it does add some distance because you have to work around some trees. It was pretty much a headwind.
It made the sidearm a little bit more tempting because just we're flipping over to the right through this tunnel. That's pretty dang good, though.
Thanks. It's a new disc I just started bagging today, actually.
Was that the first time you threw it?
Yes.
That's so dumb.
That is an Eclipse Drift. New OTB release, highly recommend.
Dumb in like in a respectful way.
You really got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, like what trust?
Paige with a slower speed disc comes up a little short.
Ella working the forehand here. You really have to push this thing straight and then try to get a huge flare skip. And that was well done.
Yeah, unfortunately on that left and deep side, it does bring some of the low-hanging guardian branches on the green into play. We'll see what she has to work with.
Missy on the right side, Z Swirl Undertaker. That looks fantastic.
She throws that disc so well. Paige with a headwind putt. Circle 2.
I'm trying to look up / remember. I really think that Paige has won every single one of these OTB Opens. Like once we switched from San Francisco Open to here. Has it only been 3 years?
She thrives in OTB country.
Yeah.
Ella as well, 2 under now with that circle 1 putt for her birdie. Nice little new disc tap in.
Yeah, birdie, not looking too shabby out there.
Paige coming back.
Paige has at least won this 3 times. That's a real fact, not just probable.
A quarter of the field birdieing this hole, with over half the field getting to circle 2 in regulation.
Missy getting back to even par there. Do you have a number in your head of like what's going to be a good round out there?
I think we could see double digits, but I think an 8 down.
Okay,
That's my guess.
dig it.
What is the simplest way to improve your disc golf game? The answer, learn from the very best. Paul Ulibarri, Simon Lazat, Ezra Aderhold, and Holland Hanley. They're not just players, they are your elite coaches guiding you every step of the way. The Power Disc Golf Academy is the premier online disc golf academy with over 150 on-demand lessons that are specifically designed to improve your skills right now. So what are you waiting for? Join today at PowerDGA.com.
Hole 4 is a par 5, 891 feet. Not a lot of ladies taking this left side. Most gonna kind of punch through the tree line on the right. There's an OB fence line on the left. OB green we just passed. Second shot, ideally, you're landing past all these trees. Gosh, we're going fast. And then the third shot, you're trying to usually throw some kind of turnover to get there, maybe a sidearm. Because of the way it's shaped, it feels a little bit longer than 891. They're very specific shots. And it's interesting because you can take so many routes. Like you can take hyzer over those little flags. Those are just some B flags. Don't worry about it. Or you can go like the middle gap. What are you doing? Middle?
Yep.
I think middle's probably most common.
It's definitely the biggest gap, I would say, because the left side one that Erika hadn't quite gotten to is that Ella's taking a forehand at. It is big all the way down, but it's farther in order to have a shot.
The nice thing about this, though, is the second shot is a little bit more open versus where you landed. Sometimes you kind of cheat that right side under the branches, which can be difficult. Yeah.
And
or throw like a crazy turnover or roller or something.
And even though it shortens the hole, it's such a technical shot that it's almost not worth it.
Missy work in the middle gap, but catches that last guardian tree that's really going to lengthen the hole. Birdie's out of play. And here's the right side gap I was talking about. A little too much turn. You usually want to hyzer more than that. Paige still getting used to, I think, throwing some different discs and having a little bit different form and different power than before her ankle surgery.
Missy trying to cheat that right side. Doesn't get too aggressive, though, because it was a bit of a headwind, and there are some bushes on the right corner that are so tough if you get caught.
That's a great shot from back there.
Ella trying to go huge here. Nice big turnover shot. And being way far left, again, is going to open up this third shot to the green really nicely.
Yeah. I've never really been over there.
Yeah,
it's probably pretty open.
You got to throw so far to get over there.
Yeah. We don't have to say it like that, but you're right.
I tried to cheat the corner, but didn't quite commit. That headwind kind of scared me off a little from going the right side gap. I'll check up just around where Missy landed.
Paige land on the roller here.
Unfortunately, doesn't get the angle quite right, and that tree saves her from going all the way to the fence. That's the OB line on the left side, really lengthening this hole. She can still save a par here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But, I mean...
She's really, really far.
It's far? Okay.
Yeah. Way, way, way left.
Yeah. You still got to be, what, like 400 maybe?
Yeah, 380. But it's very low ceiling, so it plays really far. But I found a little line.
Yeah, you did.
Got right around edge of circle 2 land.
I love this tree on the green. So pretty.
Yeah. Missy's trying to follow suit, but she goes a little bit more of an aggressive inside line with lower ceiling.
Wow.
Yep, gives herself a putt.
Impressive. I literally said birdie's out of play. Dang it. Never underestimate big arm Missy.
Nope. It was a little bit of a sneaky shot. Missy. And then look at Ella.
Wow.
Talk about birdie and out of play. She's in the bullseye.
Yeah, Ella has the power to make that left side play work, but very few do.
I think the shortening the hole, cheating up the right side, doesn't really give you the option to birdie necessarily.
It can, but you have to throw what Missy and you just threw, that like sneaky under the branches line.
And then I was left with this shot where I couldn't even really jump putt. I had to throw a little teeny short shot. It was very awkward.
And you made it look pretty awkward.
It was.
Paige really turned it over on her approach shot, unable to save par there. Missy for what? Unbelievable birdie save if she makes this. Still a great par.
Yep. Just right off the band. There were only 2 birdies on this hole.
I always feel like there's going to be more on this one, but it typically plays pretty tough.
I feel like last year I said, oh yeah, there's definitely going to be more. But this year I'm like doubling down. Like, nope, there's not going to be that many.
Yeah.
Or I'm reversies. Because it's a really difficult hole, even for the distance throwers. Ella's showing us how it's done. The only other birdie was from Holland Hanley.
It's crazy, though. Ella made it look so easy.
Only 9 people got to even circle 2 in regulation.
Wow. It's a pretty sweet estate sale right behind Ella happening.
Neighborhood happenings.
Holland Hanley 4 down through 4?
Yep,
Okay.
just a perfect start. It's not
All
that
right.
big of a deal.
Yeah, okay.
Hole 5, 589 feet. You can go where the drone's flying, and there's a hill and a low ceiling that it brings into play. Holland said she likes to go forehand over there, but it requires some big distance. A lot of us mere mortals just going dead straight at the center trees where you can see there's a little gap in the new hazard they've laid down this year. Your second shot, if you go big off the tee, still going to be around 310 to 330-ish feet, depending on how much you choose to bite off. But it's another big shot to the green. This one is a tough birdie. It's not one necessarily that I have in my list of guarantees.
I think the hazard's a strange addition, mostly for MPO, but I think it does really get in the way of the roller here. Ella flirting with it. Fully inside of it.
Yeah. It's a bummer because we want to see Ella and people like Ella that can crush to try these shots, but the hazard's very punishing for FPO.
For the distance FPO.
Yeah, yes.
Usually it's the other way around, so, I'm not too mad about it, but because most of us mere mortals landing about where you did, that was a great shot.
Thank you.
But it's tough to birdie from back there. And an extra, 50, 75 feet, which Ella did get, but is punished for. It's just kind of
a bummer.
Feels kind of silly.
I think it's more of an MPO design change.
All right, Big Arm Madison, keeping up with Big Arm Missy there.
Yeah, it's only about, what did you say, 330 feet to the edge of the hazard?
Yeah, that sounds about right. But it's tough with the low ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
It's another hole. It's so cool how many routes and how many different shapes that you see on this course being a golf course.
Yeah, there's a ton of different ways to attack every hole. Paige not quite getting the turn on this disc that she wants. She was a little pinched on the right side of the gap. Missy, the shot's a little bit more open, but she does have that one tree in her way on the right. Kind of throws a little bit of a force flex, very light force flex, straight shot.
Looks like she got to the circle's edge-ish.
Yep.
Is this tree in your way?
Yep, similar shot. I have to kind of throw something with a little bit of turn. I pulled out my Neutron Rhythm. Crab stamped.
Ooh, nice. Snuck around the tree. Would have been cooler if you went through the V, but a nice shot.
I was trying to. Ella from the hazard, throwing 3, trying to get something close.
It looked like a slower speed disc, and
I think
just doesn't have the height or the power.
I think she had a little bit more of a ceiling over there as well. Paige with a long look for birdie. Kind of a strange hyzer angle. Ella with a similar story here to save par.
Really awkward look. Good looking run. Did you see the fox on this hole?
No, we didn't see any foxes today.
We saw one very close, very
cool.
majestic. It's a stoic one.
Yeah, right behind the tee pad is sometimes a den with babies. Missy giving it a run, but leaving it very low.
Ella coming back for a bogey.
Only 6 people got to circle 1 in regulation. 18 got to circle 2.
Oh, double feels bad out here.
Yes, it does. Paige with a little work left for her par.
Yeah, you saying 8 under is going to be a good round. I agree. In my head, it's like you have to be under par to be probably in the top half. Mm-hmm. Is what it, at least 1 under is what it feels like.
Totally.
And like you're thinking 4 or 5. Everyone in the field can get that.
Yep. And it's easy to minimize mistakes out here. Although just like any golf course with the out of bounds, they do compound quickly.
Nice birdie.
Thanks. There were 5 birdies today.
I'll try to rein in my proud dad comments.
Yeah, I'll just make them for myself.
You're right. I'll amp up my proud dad comments. That's my girl.
Holland Hanley doing really well still.
Madison Walker right behind her.
4 down through 5.
Hole 6 is another par 5, only 760, very reachable. You can take this straight path that the drone is flying. I like right side hyzer. The drone taking the left side. This is definitely the more open of the sides. And then we like to go straight up to attack the pin, then straight back down, just like the drone is flying. There is an OB line all the way on the left that can really come into play. There's one on the right that doesn't typically, unless you really get a hold of something. The right, I like the right side on the first shot because it's more open, but then it's more closed off on the second. So yet another hole where you're just kind of, making a game plan.
Yeah, I like the middle gap here. I think it's nice and wide. I turned something over there. We had a little bit of a headwind, and it definitely pulls it over to the right, but it's
fine over there.
Mm-hmm.
Missy looks like she's going... Nope, I didn't know what she was doing. It's pretty low, though.
Yeah, Missy throwing a lot more hyzer flipping shots today, relying less on that kind of force flex that she likes to throw. Paige going huge here, but puts it a little too high.
Dang. That was a good-looking shot.
This is a shorter hole for a par 5 at 760 feet. And while it looks like there's a lot of trees, there's actually not that many. It's very birdieable, even from where Paige landed hitting that first tree.
Really nice shot from Ella there.
Here you have to make a decision, another decision where you want to play under these low-hanging trees like we see Paige doing, or you can go out to the left side, which I like. It's a little bit more open over there, and it really opens up your your third shot to the green.
Yeah, Paige will still have a chance there, but quite a few trees. And then there's one final guardian tree that's like, edge of circle 2 or maybe 80 feet short right of the pin that can get in the way.
Missy throwlers. Whoops.
Yeah, weird.
But being left is not bad.
No, it's fine over there.
I'm going to purposefully go left. I like it over here. Throwing at and out of bounds line, so you got to make sure you turn it.
Oh, and she does. Dang. Okay.
I know.
Sick, dude.
It was a huge shot. Ella.
Yes, I was hoping she was going to do this.
Me too. I was so excited to watch and look at this thing go. It went way towards the OB line, checked up really nicely inside circle 2, I believe.
Way down there.
You can see Paige still dealing with some low-hanging branches, but she can see the green.
Working the forehand, catching one little branch. Gonna get to about 40 feet, it looks like. 45 maybe?
Missy, after that thrower way out left, but look how open it is over here.
Yeah, it is nice.
She has a lot of distance left to cover, though, about 300 feet.
Is she inside the circle? It's hard to say.
No, I think she went just a little bit deep, if I remember.
All right, Miss Madison Walker way up here.
We had a little bit of a head left to right crosswind.
Okay, I thought it was going right towards that branch.
A really overstable pyro.
Ella about, 100 feet away maybe for eagle? Just going to lay it up, but still pretty sweet.
Yeah. This hole definitely played on the... it's the easiest hole of the day, actually. Averaging at a quarter stroke under par. You can see Paige hitting an early tree.
One of the few where you... Oh, what a great putt from Paige.
Yeah, still getting the birdie. Nice forgiving hole 6.
Let's see it again. Sweet slow mez here.
This is such a scary putt, too, because there's out of bounds behind the basket. So if she
inside
airballs...
the circle.
Yeah, if she airballs, it can roll down the hill real quickly out of bounds onto the green.
That's a good one to get back under par. This one feels rough to not even have like a
look.
A look.
Missy dead center, just a little low for her birdie. Yeah, 26% people got to circle 1, 38 to circle 2. So
pretty much everyone looking at it.
Yeah.
I just have some in my eye.
16 birdies on the day, so it's honestly not that cool.
She's 4 down, folks. She's leading the card, so it's not a big deal at all.
At this point, though, you do want to pad some birdies on the front nine, though, because the back nine is where things get wild. There's a lot more water, a lot more wind usually as well. Holland Hanley still holding on to first place right now, 5 down through 6. Hole 7. Look at this scary little hole. Water everywhere on the right-hand side. Thankfully, the OB line left is not super tight with that green, but you just got to get into this very well-guarded, elevated basket. And it's always windy. Even if it's not windy anywhere else on the course, it's always windy on this hole. Today, a headwind. Let's do a chase card check-in and see how Own attacks.
Love the sidearm here. It feels kind of scary, but it's over land the whole way, and she puts the proper width on it. Leaves it pretty short, but
runs it.
Oh my. That was probably OB if she missed.
Come on.
What a casual little throw, too.
Tongue out. As she should.
Good one. Madison up first here.
Ooh, yeah, a little
Oops.
shanky.
Ooh.
Super shank.
Whoops.
Yep. Got over the top of that one. Was wanting it to be a little.
Just laughing.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Threw it right at my buddy Ian, who is a volunteer that disc dives. Thank you, Ian and Scott, for getting our discs back to us so quickly.
Those guys rule.
Yeah, they're out there every day, practice round, tournament days. We don't know.
In that gross water.
Yeah, with wetsuits on. We don't know what we would do without them.
Paige throws the backhand, gets it to just outside the circle. How far? So you're going to proceed to the drop zone, which is what? Like, is it in circle 2?
Yeah, it's like
50
55.
something?
Yeah. Ella with,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at this forehand.
Dang.
I know.
Man, I practiced with her, and she shanked all of those shots. So good correction.
It's 285, but it's uphill and a headwind.
Yeah,
So this is a
smash.
This is a really tough shot. And
Horizon cloud breaker there from Ella, absolutely parked.
yeah, comes in just the perfect speed. You could so quickly find a big flare skip on this hard pan green as well. Missy with a really nice shot. Throwing it kind of right at those low-hanging branches on the left side that can knock you down, but really nice safe play out into circle 2 land.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the most common line.
Yep. Here's the drop zone. I tried to give it a little soft bid.
It is soft. Ooh,
And-
did it sit?
It went a little ways. It gyroed its way outside the bullseye.
Can't stop the gyro. Missy for a long look for birdie. Almost. Good run.
Paige from just a bit outside the circle for birdie.
Oh, yeah.
That's 2 circle 2 putts in a row.
Putter is on. 2 birdies in a row as well.
13 people in the field got to circle 1 in regulation. 31 to circle 2. Love that little flip-flop.
Mad with her first blemish of the round. She's going to eat some orange slices and a Capri Sun and get right back out there. Give it her all. I packed them for her.
For real, I did pack cookies for the card today. I had a whole bag of chocolate chip cookies
That's awesome.
and a peanut butter and honey sandwich. I really need to go to the
Were you
grocery
thriving?
store.
Yeah. Super clean putt from Paige there to move to 2 down. Madison and Ella at 3 down. Oh, Kat Merch going to tie it up with Holland Hanley. Both of them 5 under through 7. Fire.
Wow. Yeah, that's so good.
Hole 8, the same hole as previous years, par 4, 591. A lot of ladies going to take this route here to the left of all these trees. Sometimes you see a little bit more flexing through the trees. Once you get to this corner, you have a pretty straight tunnel shot. It's nice to get out there and get out from underneath the low ceiling. It is uphill, and this little casual cart path that is not out of bounds catches a surprising amount of your upshots. There's an OB green and sand trap Is it a couple sand traps or is it just one?
Just one. There's just one sand trap, one
To the
green.
left, yeah. Then that can all come into play if you're not careful. Checking in with Chase Card again. Owen Scoggins throwing a big flex forehand. Still in these trees, you can make this work, but it's kind of hard to keep it low and get up and over that curb. You can see Owen gets a little caught up there.
Yeah, you almost have to have an own style of game to get there. And by that, I mean also ability to make putts from circle 2.
Jeez, that's two in
Casually.
a row, like
That's-
left side.
That's directly towards out of bounds.
So was the last one. That's what I'm saying. She's just sending these things. Pure trust. This is a pretty good roller hole. You don't often see it, but it's fun when you do.
Yeah. Paige trying to cheat the corner just a teeny bit, but
That's still fine.
yep. It's more important to get big distance straight here than it is to try to get right. And that feels counterintuitive, but if you just go straight really far, it opens up a pretty simple hyzer to the green instead of having to throw a flex.
Oh, good. I was
shot.
hoping we'd see this as well. S-line DD from Ella. I know. I just can't. I can't not try to cheat the corner.
Me too.
It's like
I changed my mind last minute and still did it.
Yeah.
Missy doing it right now.
Yeah. Like it just feels like I'm going to make this second shot so much shorter, but it doesn't even help that much.
Yeah, Missy,
although that's fantastic.
That is fantastic. Missy got some really good ground play, some good skips. That's not what you always get, though. There's lots of little lumps right there that like
Lumps.
to stop your disc. I saw Missy do it, and I was like, oh, yeah, I can do that too, right?
Yeah, I can get right under there, skip there perfectly.
Yeah, watch this.
Through these trees.
Dies.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not terrible, but you're left with that shot that we just saw from Owen.
Yeah, it sets you up for needing a distance sidearm.
Paige out in the open here. She went ESP drive off the tee. This is a Z buzz. Into the hazard sand trap.
Yeah.
How close is that? Like 20 feet away? 20?
Yes.
Yeah, it's close.
Ella working a hyzer with the slower speed disc. Comes a little right side, but she is safe on the green.
So much danger on this green. I inevitably always land here, so I'm never even thinking about the OB behind it. I'm like, just like, get it over that curb. You can do it.
Yeah.
Pump it.
I wanted to throw a backhand here to cover some distance, but I was like, oh, I'll do a safe forehand, and then, whoops, I yeeted it.
I mean, it's good.
Really close to that sand trap. Didn't know I had it in me.
Power sidearm guy, huh?
Missy with a nice, pretty open look. She does have some low-hanging branches over there.
Looking to get herself under par. I think she's going to do it with that one.
Missy's approach game was so good all day. Just outside the circle for birdie.
Cage low. It sits though.
It's hard to commit to that one. That green comes up so fast.
It really does. And also it's on a slight hill, so you do occasionally see the roll away on this one.
And a headwind. Paige trying to save par from the hazard with the stroke. Just a little left side.
Ella from, looks like about 26 feet, we'll call it. Maybe a little farther, leaves it low right.
This green was weirdly windy when we went through.
It was pretty windy, yeah. I think it was like, sustained like 10, 12. Like not crazy, but enough to think about it.
There were some gusts that were a little more here and there.
Missy going to find herself under par for the first time today, get some momentum going into the back.
Yep, one of 8 birdies today. 9 people got to circle 1 in regulation, so feels good to get there and give yourself a look.
Paige going to card the bogey there with that OB or the hazard stroke. One more to go on the front here.
Holland Hanley still holding on to the lead, adding another birdie, 6 down through 8 on the day. Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, man.
Wrapping it up with hole 9, the third most difficult hole of the day. It's a par 4 today. I would say most people going the route the drone is flying a hyzer over out of bounds. You can go to the left side of the tree as well. That would cause you to probably do the layup play, short side of the water, get your third shot across this little water problem onto the green. Last year we had an elevated basket. This year it is low. We love that. It is very birdieable by everyone in the field, but it can be a very demanding second shot. Let's watch Holland, our current leader.
It was a pretty stiff left to right wind, at least when I came through, so you really had to make sure you put a good move on this hyzer line, which obviously Holland has that all day. Man, look how far her drive is.
It's crazy. She just has, I don't want to call it a chip because it's probably every bit of 280, but
usually it's a full distance drive.
Yep. Putting on a show for the family of geese.
A couple proud dads in there for sure.
Holland carting another birdie. Is
Look,
that bogey free?
Bogey free, 7 down. So much green. Making this hole easy. As Madison alluded to, this is a par 4 today. Tomorrow we are going to see it in a new position that we've never seen before as a par 5 just for the one Saturday round. And then it'll go back to this position on Championship Sunday. Missy out there. Fine.
Yep, no problem. Ella definitely
Going huge.
Yeah, she has the distance to attack all the way. And she sure does.
Yeah, she does. Horizon PD from Ella.
I landed on the out of bounds line in practice every time I tried this, and I wanted to do it again today.
Yeah, it's that's good one.
Almost did it.
You're safe. It's really straight.
So straight.
And that left, that's what I'm saying, that left to right didn't really help shots like that.
I got a little more aggressive than I should have. What Paige is doing right here with a pure hyzer line, a little shorter, is what I should be doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to go across on my second.
I know. You really have to rip it to go across on your second. And so Missy's probably like 80 feet short of where we saw Holland land, maybe even more than that. And so from here, like that is a very full drive.
Yep.
And a great shot from Missy.
It's a little scary too because the hyzer is not, you can't really swing a hyzer because of the tall reeds on the right-hand side. I'm pinched way right, so I'm having to go turnover across the water.
You're going across from there? You're a mad woman.
I know.
I respect you.
Thank you.
Deeply.
And I just outside the circle.
That is kind of nuts. Thanks. I love that you just did that.
Paige up in Holland land. even biting off not as much. And look at this approach.
Beautiful.
Yes. Nice little slow speed.
That was a Crystal Fierce. Gorgeous shot. Love the flip up on this, and it just pushes nice and straight. I'm here for it. Not just because they pay me. I enjoy it sometimes, too.
Ella pinched on a tree.
Still so far, though.
Yep. And she's got the sidearm skills to do this. Comes in inside the circle. She'll be pinched up on another tree, but putting for birdie.
A lot of the field is laying up and going across in their third playing for par. It's cool to see all of you go for it and get across successfully.
Just leaves it a little short.
It was a little short.
Just leave it a little short. Teeny bit.
Better than last year.
I think I skimmed a chain.
Yeah, I was scared for sure. It's quivering.
Yeah. Missy, another cage, but close to center. Ella straddling out for her birdie. Oh, yeah.
And she's in. Moves to 4 down on the front with a double.
Yeah, one of only 6 birdies on the day today. I whisper to Paige here, not a 9. Nice tap-in birdie from Paige Pierce, really cleaning up after some mistakes early on.
Yeah, everyone on our feature card under par. Now, Holland Hanley, though, 7 down through 9, leading the way.
Free right now, too.
Pretty sweet.
So impressive.
Kat Murch right behind her, 6 down through 9. Looks like we got Hannah Wynn and Ella Hansen tied for third at 4 down, and then everybody in the top 15 or so under par through 9, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yep, trying to really pad those birdies when they can. The back 9 does get a little bit more brutal, a lot more water, a lot more out of bounds, a lot more wind.
Still a lot of birdies, but just so much risk.
Yes, definitely. Don't forget, like we said earlier, we got cicadas and merch and stuff at JomezPro.com. So thank you for all the support you guys show us.
And for honking at us on the course.
Oh, yeah, we loved it out there. The
Great
California
crew.
honks are better than ever.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks again to the Founders Club. We've got 9 more holes of round 1 of the OTB Open presented by MVP. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb, and we're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.